All right, what's going on, guys? So we're back today with another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Golden Week, right? So when we think it might be happening, what characters we might see, what theme we're going to see, and then kind of, I guess, just if you want to call it my wish list. So we'll go through a couple different things and a couple different scenarios for this, and I'll kind of give my opinions and what I would like to see going forward into this next celebration. So starting off, so when do we think we could see Golden Week? So last year we actually got a hint towards what the celebration would be or what the characters would be, right? This actually happened on the 21st of April last year, so that would be tomorrow, right? We could get a teaser as early as tomorrow, or at least I believe within the next at least couple days, right? Because I think that Golden Week is going to start a little bit later this year than in the past, but we'll kind of get into that more as we're moving along. So this teaser, this was last year's teaser, right? The beam going through the ball and the ball healing, that was meant to symbolize Goku Kamehameha through Majin Buu and then Buu healing, right? So this happened on the 21st last year. We got this, community started buzzing, and then 2 days later we got the producer's letter, which dropped the characters, right? It basically said, here you go, you guys have had time to think on it, here's what's coming up. So that was kind of cool. I hope they do this again this year. You know, give us a teaser, let us kind of stew on it, let the community talk, let the community kind of figure it out amongst each other, and then a couple days later be like, all right, here you go, here's what's coming, right? I think it'd be cool if they did it this way again. Okay, so when do we think we could see this stuff? So like I said, last year it was the 21st that we got the teaser. Then the 23rd we got the producer's letter. So if we look back at the past year, the celebration started on the 25th, right? The night of the 25th. The, April Fool's celebration, the part 2, ended the 25th at 7:59 p.m. Eastern, right? So my time. Then the Golden Week celebration started on the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern. The characters dropped at midnight the next day, right? So a couple hours after the celebration started, midnight, the characters were live, the summons were live. I think we could see something similar again this year, where the celebration is going to start at that night, and then a couple hours later, maybe like midnight or 1 a.m., we'll see the banners drop. So when do we think that could be? If we look at the news that we have going right now, we can see that our current celebration goes until 7:59 p.m. on the 27th. So to me, that means Golden Week is going to start the 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern, right? So then that would make the banners drop the 28th at midnight or 1 a.m. or, whatever time in there. Now, why is it a little bit later? Well, this year, the 26th, 27th falls on a weekend, and sometimes Dokkan's really weird about releasing new characters or things like that, like over the weekends. I think it's happened before where they have, but it's very rare. I don't think they'd like to do it as much. So this is kind of what we're leaning towards now. I think the 28th is when we're going to see the new characters. I think the night of the 27th is when everything's going to kind of start. And yeah, so we got about a week till the new characters. I think a couple days we'll probably have a teaser. A couple days after that, I think we'll definitely know the characters, we'll know the theme, everything like that. And then a few days later, the celebration starts. So it's coming up quick. So if you guys are, I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are excited for it, because it's going to be a big celebration. And we've got a few ideas of what we think we might see. So first, talking about the past celebrations. So we had Goku and Buu last year, right? Both dropped on the 26th. The year prior, we had the Goku and the Piccolo that dropped on the 27th. And then the year before that, we had the Goku Gohan and the Cell, which again dropped on the 27th. So that 26th, 27th seems to be the typical time. I think this year is going to be the 28th, but I don't know. We'll see. They could drop it over the weekend. I think that'd be awesome, but I think it's more likely going to be the 28th that we'll see the new banners drop. All right, so the Golden Week characters usually seem to mirror each other, right? And then their Part 2 LR kind of has something to do with whatever their celebration is, whatever their theme is, right? So we've got Goku and Boo obviously mirror each other here. And then the Part 2 LR was the Gohan. The year before that, we had the Goku and the Piccolo. And then the Part 2 was Bulma, right? Still Dragon Ball Saga. Then we had the Goku Gohan and the Cell, with the Part 2 LR being the Goku Gohan kind of what if scenario card. So what do we think we could see this year? I've got a couple different ideas, a couple different themes. These are more so things that I think I would like to see, but they're also very real possibilities, right? So first one is going to be Saiyan Saga. I think having the Goku and Vegeta as the Dokkan Fest would be really cool. You know, have their big fight. I think there's still so much they could do with that, especially with good animations, right? We got the EZAs for the LRs from the 7th anniversary, so I think it'd be really cool to get new updated Dokkan Fests for these guys. And then maybe for a Part 2 LR, we get like an LR Z Fighters card, right? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, so these are my picks for a Saiyan Saga. I think that's very likely. The next one is a Majin Buu Saga, and I think we could do the Goku versus Majin Vegeta fight. I think getting new Dokkan Fest for that would be pretty cool. You know, some updated animations. There's still so much from that fight I think they could use. And then for Part 2 LR, I'm throwing it out there. Kid Buu. I'm still on the Kid Buu train. I think it's got to happen. It's got to happen soon. Hopefully it happens this year. I'm still there. I'm still pulling for it. So I think Majin Buu Saga, Goku, Majin Vegeta, Part 2, Kid Buu, or I've even seen, you know, I've heard some people say a Super Saiyan 3 Goku and a Kid Buu. I think that'd be cool too, but I'd really like the Kid Buu to be the LR. Another one I was thinking of was Hit versus Goku. Obviously, this is something we all want. I would prefer if these two were LRs. But I mean, sure, Dokkan Fest is better than nothing. But I think these two guys deserve to have their own LRs. So I think this one's a lot less likely for Golden Week. Maybe more for like, I don't know, Tanabata or Worldwide Celebration or something like that. But I mean, it's an option. And then Part 2 LR, maybe LR Kefla. You know, I'll just throw Kefla out there. Kefla is something I'd like to see as an LR. So having these two paired up and then LR Kefla would be pretty cool. You know, I'm here for it. All right, now the big one, the one that everyone's anticipating, the one I'm anticipating, the one that I really hope it is Daima. Daima. We want more of these cards in here. We need these guys from the climax fight to get in here. The animations are going to look so beautiful from this fight. You know, the cards we have so far from Daima they're amazing. They're beautiful cards. The animations are fantastic. So I cannot wait to see what they do with these. I think we could see a Goku mini Super Saiyan 4. Obviously, I am pulling for the adult version as well. I would really like to see. But what I'm kind of thinking is, so far we've gotten the mini version of Vegeta. I think the next one is we get the mini version of Goku before we get the adult versions. But who knows? I don't know. Legends got the adult Vegeta and we got the mini Vegeta. Legends got the adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I could see Dokkan getting the mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? And then maybe sometime later this year, you know, Tanabata or Worldwide or something like that. Maybe they bring back Daima again and give them the LR, the big, you know, not the LR treatment, the adult version treatment, right? And we get something from that. On the topic of LRs, though, I think it's very likely that if we do get Daima, the possibility of them being LRs are very high. They did it for New Year's when they gave us the Ultimate Gohan and the Power Awakened Piccolo. So it's not out of the realm possibility. Golden Week is a much bigger celebration than New Year's is. So if they're going to do it, I could definitely see them doing it here. I could see them doing it for these characters. I think that'd be awesome, you know. So Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I think paired up with a Goma would be the perfect scenario. And then part 2 maybe being the adult Vegeta, or if they want to bring back the tag mechanic, the reversible exchange, if you will, from the anniversary, Ku and Do. You know, it's there you go. Easy. That's an easy tag switch character that you could definitely use. So I think that would be pretty cool to see. Maybe we get Goku and Goma as the Dokkan Fest, and then the Part 2 LR being a tag Do and Ku. I'd be here for it. I'd be all in for that. I think that'd be super cool. I think that's literally best case scenario, especially if they made all of them LRs. I think that would be beautiful. I mean, they could even do the main headliners be Dokkan Fest LRs, and then the Part 2 could be a Carnival, you know, if they really wanted to up it a little bit, instead of a yellow coin or LR, make it a Carnival LR. I mean, they could. They've been able to do weird stuff before, so, you know, we never know. But yeah, I mean, those are what I'm kind of hoping for. Those are kind of what I'm leaning towards with this celebration. It could literally be anything, and it could be something that I definitely didn't even talk about, or something I would never even have thought of. You know, Dokkan has a way of getting you to think one way and then, you know, pulling the rug from under you and you go a completely separate direction with it. So I think right now everybody is anticipating Daima. I mean, we could see GT, we could see Frieza, like we could see something completely different that, you know, we didn't even guess or put in here today. The you know, options are limitless with what they could do here, but Daima is what I'm pulling for. If not Daima, you know, one of these other ones would be great. You know, the Saiyan Saga would be really cool. I think the Majin Buu Saga against Majin Vegeta would be super cool. I think Hit and Goku would be great. But yeah, so looking forward to this celebration. Like I said, we should hopefully be getting some sort of teaser here within the next day or 2 or 3, depending on how they want to do the timeline before the celebration starts. And then hopefully within a couple days after, we get the producer's letter or some sort of announcement that shows us what the celebration is. And then I'm expecting the celebration to start the night of the 27th and characters be available on the morning of the 28th. But this is all my speculation. This is all the stuff that I think we could see. What do you guys think? Right? Do you agree with me? Do you not? Do you like these ideas? Do you have something completely different? What are your guesses? What do you think? What do you think we might see from this? Do you want Daima? Do you want something else? Let me know. Right? Drop a comment. Let me know. Let's chat about it. I'm all for it. I love talking about this stuff. So let's do it. All right. Yep. But that's going to do it for this video. I think, you know, looking forward to it. Whatever they do, I think it's going to be a smash hit, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good stuff. Right. So you guys stuck around to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.